Good afternoon, everybody. Buon pomeriggio a tutti. It's a great pleasure for me to open the November Smart Talk of the Chamber, hosting today the Professor Daniela Baglieri, that is, first of all, Professor of Economic and Industrial. That first of all is Industrial Economics and Innovation. Sorry for and that is also a valued member of the advisory board of the Italian-Cypriot Chamber of Commerce. And is a friend, is a personal friend, is a friend of the chamber that from the beginning supported our activities and helped us and gave us the support especially in some specific topics. Before to start with the talk, together with me, my colleague Federico Franchina, and later also the other vice presidents, Costas Katsaros, just a brief presentation of the Professor Baglieri that covers and covered really important roles in Italy. She was the also regional minister of energy and waste in Sicily. And I would like to remember that some months ago, in that role, he had the chamber promoted a meeting with the Minister of Energy and Commerce and Industry of Cyprus, Natas Apilides. And I remember the focus of that meeting was the cooperation among the Mediterranean island, especially in energy and hydrogen, possible hydrogen project. I remember that we had a discussion about the hydrogen valleys in the Mediterranean. So it's a really important matter. Also, Professor Baglieri is in the advisory board. Is an advisory board member of Unicredit Bank. She covered the position of chairman of the airport of Catania. She also is in the advisory board of the Central Bank of Italy, also honorary consul of the Netherlands in Sicily. So just to say that her experience is really important also for the chamber in the programming, in the projects for the future. And this is the reason why we asked her to give us an overview regarding the opportunities in terms of cooperation between Italy and Cyprus, but considering also the role of Cyprus in the Mediterranean, and also to give us an overview regarding the National Recovery and Resilience Plan and the opportunities linked to the National Recovery and Resilience Plan. So let me offer my thanks to Daniela to be present today with us, and also to our thanks for the support to the chamber activities. Thank you, Daniela. Please, Federico, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Giuseppe. And once again, I'm joined to you for the very welcome the presence and the time that our friend and very prominent person that we have as a chamber, but also from Sicily and from our nation now to our great friend Daniela. I would like to go straight forward to not waste time to everybody and to the audience. And I kindly ask to Professor to give to the audience a general overview about the industrial and economics innovation as a subject matter that you teach at the university, and what the main areas of interest in this sense. So thank you very much again. Please, the floor is yours, Daniela.
Thank you both of all. The President Giuseppe Marino and the Professor Federico Franchina, both are friends of mine. And thank you for inviting me, for giving me another chance to talk with you and to share my experience, my professional experience, which has been driven by a key criteria, linking theory and practice. So in my scientific interests are just to create an ecosystem where innovation and social and economic factors can boost innovation, especially technological innovation, which the cutting edge technology. And my focus was in biotech, so all the innovation in pharmaceutical industry, but also in nanomaterials and recently also in energy. So my idea is just the innovation can create, the technological innovation can create much more opportunities for creating new companies and also to boosting the competitiveness of incumbent companies. So the idea is just to promote a sort of innovative spirit, culture for the openness about the innovation, and again, try to put in practice the open innovation model, which means to link different community, different culture, languages, which are the scientific, the public and institutional cultures, and also the industry culture. So again, that's a really, it's a challenge, but we need to go forward. So more or less, I teach in the new business plan and new venture creation, and I also push my student in team up and creating some prototype really in concretely. So just to come up with the new ideas and try to test these new ideas in the market. So briefly,
indeed, this is a very, very good start. This informal and friendly conversation. And you have mentioned technology transfer, and we, of course, do believe that is one of the most important key for, especially for those advanced areas and sectors where it is important to have a mix of research, but also industry. In this sense, we as a chamber, we since the beginning, we are committed on the cooperation between Italy and Cyprus, also in the field of research and universities cooperation. How in this sense do you see the link between universities, students, startup, and the economic activities such as entrepreneurial business, as well as how the universities between university both in Italy and Cyprus, and what we are doing this in this sense could have a very strong effective connection to the industrial activities, to industrial economics as well.
Well, thank you, Federico, for this answer for this question, because it gave me the chance to give briefly an overview of a technology transfer. The university in Italy are supporting in order to create the technology transfer office. We call the third mission of the university after research and teaching. The third mission means to create linkages between academia and industry. To do that, we set up some sort of indicators at national level. I chaired a commission of experts to evaluate all the third mission, all the technology transfer office of all the nation, in order to give also some public funded, supported by the technology transfer. So the technology transfer is very, very relevant. There are several mechanisms to create linkages and to put in the market the valuable research. Of course, not the basic research, but all the experimental research that can create new product, new services, and thinking about the digital all the digital transformation that create much more disruptive innovation in terms of the mature industries. So again, the students are the key, will be the future leaders of tomorrow. And so we have to spur their spirit, the entrepreneurial spirit, which is very hard in the southern Italy, where the gap, the socio-economic gap between the north and the south. I guess also we are an island, as you mentioned before, and these are some obstacle in terms, because there is not a beneficial condition, but we have to go beyond, and to do that we have to think global and act local. So that's why in my professional career, and also I think that it's really, really important to connect people, to link the dots in a European international mindset. So again, the student need to achieve an international mindset, to be much more aware of the geopolitical condition, and also to be aware of all the technological changes, especially in energy and digital, which are the two main transitions that we have to manage.
Yeah, it's absolutely true, and of course, this is one of our commitment as a long-term action. But you have mentioned also energy, and well, let me move to one of your latest experience as a regional minister of energy in Sicily. I remember very well once months ago during one of the meeting of the General Assembly of the region, you have of course mentioned and said to all the deputies the importance, of course, to stress the energy development. And I also remember how before the war in Ukraine and the energy threat, how you have stressed and highlighted the importance of energy as a main driver of not only economic development, but also of industries and research. So in consideration of your latest experience, what you can tell us about time frame related to the program 23-27 for European development, but also for the regional program in the field of energy?
Well, the energy, of course, is one of the main driver of the regional program that can benefit Sicily. So in the next year, in the period 2021-2027, Sicily can benefit from several financial funds of several financial sources. First of all, the European social funds, which consist moreover almost 6 billion split in 5 goals. The first goal is the digital transformation, and so which acquire 25%, but almost about 2 billion euro will be devoted to the green transition, which include both bioeconomy, circular economy, energy, renewables, efficiency, and also wastewater management. So all the green transition will attract more or less 2 billion at Sicily, a regional level. And the other goals will be the social cohesion, so all the initiatives in order to create, to boost, to promote new ventures, especially in the rural areas where there are, in order to promote social innovation and more social cohesion. And the last goal is governance and democracy. So again, all to support the public administration, which is a real obstacle for all the innovation which can spur in the land, in the region. So more attention will be devoted, as I said before, in the rural area, which are agriculture. And so again, there are lots of opportunities to put money in order to support the crossroad between agriculture, energy, water, and waste management. So again, in order to create, for example, to produce biomethane, example. So again, is a new way to promote and support the so-called decarbonization of economy. In addition to this financial, so the European Social Fund, we can also mention, of course, the REACT-EU funds, which complement the National Recovery and Resilience Facility Plan. So again, in Italy, we have more or less 14 billions and more devoted to the south. So again, Sicily can attract money from REACT-EU funds and also from the National Recovery Resilient Plan. We have a more focus on job creation in southern region, youth employment, recruitment, women. So in order to rebalance the gap, the gender gap, and especially green and digital skills for training, because there are the twins transition, green and digital. And again, we have to promote in a vertical observation, but also try to create more relationship between green and digital skills. So we have a lot of, there are a lot of room of improvement, especially in the digital, but we have to manage to manage this kind of chance also from the university perspective. So we have to rethinking our business model, because the post-pandemic learn a lot. So the key message that we can do a lot if we are interconnected by the digital technology. So there are a lot of opportunities. So the idea is just that we need much more innovative ideas that can be feasible, and the execution is the key. It's also it's our it's a key point in all this discussion. But we have a lot of financial funds, and again, we need also people that are training for also for this kind of project financing. So and we are challenged, we are managing all this stuff.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Sorry, Giuseppe, just I want to say that is absolutely true, and indeed we see a lot of complexity among people, among countries, can be able to match all these ambitious goals. I leave to you, Giuseppe, for the continuation. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Federico. What we can say is for sure that we are witnessing one of the biggest European intervention in the member states' economy. So all the funds that Daniela mentioned, and also the recovery and resilience plans in the framework of Next Generation EU program. So that these represents, of course, really important opportunities. I would like again, Daniela, ask you if you can give an overview, especially regarding the sectors that you believe are more sensitive. You already mentioned some of them, but also some would like to some ideas or some opinion regarding the possibility of cooperation, the possible link of cooperation between Italy and Cyprus. So regarding this kind of investment.
Well, really I think there are a lot of opportunities to cooperate, because we have a more or less the same chance and also the same problem. The problem is just to increase to go forward in the digitalization again. So this means two different stuff. The first is just to support the digital transformation of the incumbent companies, so the SMEs. This means also to rethinking the industrial or the manufacturing process, but also to rethinking, for example, infrastructure, to rethink. So we talk about the smart road, for example, or the thinking about the digital port and the green port. So we need to innovate in the hard stuff. So the hard stuff means first of all infrastructure. In Italy, we need also to build a new infrastructure, thinking about the bridge of Sicilian and the Sicilian Channel. But again, is also to enhance all the road system, to enhance also the rail system, and to rethinking the port. So again, the digitalization is just the must. But another area which is attracting the institutional focus and the institutional attention is also all the green. And this green transition means several stuff. First of all, the circular economy. What does it mean? Circular economy, and also all the bioeconomy, which enlarge include all the companies that are thinking about to create, to reduce the impact, the zero impact, but also in order to create energy from waste, to rethinking all the waste management, and to reduce the inefficiency in the water management. So this means that just to create a new opportunity from waste management. So in Italy, we are boosting, for example, in all the glass industry, for example, or in the all the package industry, but also in the organic. So, and thinking about how to create energy, for example, from the waste. So this means to create a new site, to rethinking also all the local services. Is more or less the same for water. And the water means that we need to reduce the inefficiency in the pipeline, and also to digitalize all the pipeline, means to monitor, thanks to some dashboard, all this kind of water management. But to move to the energy point, we are as a nation, as a country, we have to promote two different goals. The first goal is just to increase the renewable energy production. The renewable energy production means to increase the solar energy, the wind energy, which are the south, because the south has got some resources for free. Okay, so we have to create a new site, and also to rethinking also all the regulatory issues, which are very very hard sometimes, because the price, and we talking about the price cap, for example, in the last time, but we are struggling a lot. So again, the renewable energy, offshore, onshore, the solar, in Sicily, for example, we are, this means also the production of some, so we need to thinking about the energy also in terms of value chain. So the value chain means also the gigafactory. Enel Green Power is building and is set up a gigafactory in Catania, for example, in order to create the photovoltaic. And thinking about the renewables also apply to agriculture, which means agrivoltaic. Again, the agrivoltaic means just to reduce the waste of land use, and to promote the renewable energy. Another goal, the second goal, is just to increase the efficiency, so the energy efficiency in the building, so for citizens, in this way also to promote the energy production for itself. So I mentioned that the community, the energy community. So again, is just a new way of production from the bottom up. In this way, we try to cope and to face all the increase from energy that the Ukraine war is causing. So again, we have to thinking about the citizen as a prosumer. So it's not just consumer, but also as a producer of energy, again, try to boosting the community of energy. So this is just, the two different goals. Another goal is experimenting new way of energy. Federico mentioned the green hydrogen. And the hydrogen is a new way to, which means to produce, and also to deliver and to apply in the local context the green hydrogen. And this, for example, in Italy, especially in the south, I think in Puglia, but also Sardinia, but also Sicily, where there are the so-called hard-to-abate sector. So we have the plant of some public companies, so Eni, for example, but also there are Sonatrach, other companies in Sicily, and so they already produce hydrogen, not green. So we are talking about how to boost the green production, and then the problem is and also is not problem, but also some opportunities depending on the side of the same coin, are all the entrepreneurial opportunities in order to boost the demand. So the demand is for smart mobility. So the mobility will be innovated, will be changed thanks to hydrogen. And when I say in mobility, I think train, I think also ship. So the ship, the new hydrogen ship from Fincantieri, for example, is a way to experiment. So experimentation about green hydrogen is a reality, is not future, but experimenting new way of producing and also of using green hydrogen require a platform from where different stakeholders can cooperate. So people from academia, people from big company, from new companies, and also the public institution have to create this kind of beneficial ecosystem in order to create a context where people and industry can experiment new way of producing hydrogen.
Thank you, Daniela. I remember regarding green hydrogen, we had during the meeting with the minister Pirides, one of the topic was the idea to create an hydrogen valley in the Mediterranean, and this could be in this framework. I believe there are rooms and possibility of cooperation between Italy and Cyprus. What are, in your opinion, the opportunities in cooperation with this aim? What are and also what could be the possible steps for the future on this?
Well, thank you. Well, the next step is just to start. So the next step is start to cooperation. Especially, I think it's easier to start a cooperation from research, so an academic cooperation. I think this is very easy. It's a way also to create a common culture. Again, the economic. So it's a sort of is scientific and business diplomacy, again, which is really relevant, where in an area where the geopolitical conditions are not so stable. In Italy, we have a new government at national level, regional level. So I know all these kind of effects, which are not always positive, but sometimes can slow down all the activities. So maybe research and also the foundation of consortia, public-private consortia, can be a way to enter in a smooth way. But anyway, the hydrogen could be, I think, in the Mediterranean, all the countries in the Mediterranean are investing a lot. It's not only Sicily, but also Spain, but also Morocco, Tunisia, and also there are also the gas. And the gas pipeline, you know, the hydrogen can be delivered also blended. And this way, Sicily is already a pipeline with Algeria and also Malta. And again, I think that from a Mediterranean point of view, the production of hydrogen should be in the North Africa. I guess the cost is much more competitive. But the Sicily and Italy can play a sort of logistical role, so a hub. And this way, the logistical is just the first layer of a much more complex view, which means the logistic, but also the economic layer, and also, why not, the research layer, which means we have to create different layers, and we need to build all these cross-functional relationship between different layers. So the Cyprus and Italy cooperation is a good viable pipeline in order to create much more. And because we have the same problem, the waste management, the water management, the port. So we have to rethink the infrastructure, and also the tourism, for example, or how to nurturing this kind of industry that we have together, or thinking about the pharmaceutical companies, or all the we have a lot of, as a nation, we are dedicated, to increase the digital health, for example. So we can share experience. We can share best practice. We can create best practice together. And in this way, I think that the good way is just to start talking, sign an agreement, and try to do together something in order to strengthen this sort of cooperation. I don't know if I answer your question, but again, I think that we have to act. So it's a sort of a call to action in order to strengthen this kind of conversation.
Absolutely, you did. Really good answer, and this is the aim of the chamber, to promote this action. Yeah. And what I can say is also that energy is also one of the most profitable areas, also in terms of business, of course, but also for Cypriot companies that already started, I can say, to look at Italy. I can say this. For example, one of our associates that is a Cyprus company started operation in energy sector in Italy. So this is a practical good example, and is of course is an area where there is a lot to do, and I'm sure that with this is the right, of course, the right time to develop develop all the projects, all to go ahead with all the project and the activity already planned in the previous month and in the previous year. So absolutely, it is the right time. Also, and as you mentioned, also to take the opportunities linked to the European funds. So this is absolutely the right time to proceed, to go ahead, and to develop and to create infrastructure. So this is really important, the infrastructure. So is one of the focus that is important to consider, the realization of the infrastructure. Now we have we have in place all the elements. All we need is in place. We have to put together everything and to start and to continue also the development already started. Just the last question, Daniela, regarding the role of the Cypriot Italian Chamber of Commerce, regarding the role of the chamber. What, in your opinion, the chamber can do to create synergy, to promote also the access of the European funds in the sector. So what is, in your opinion, the role and the activities that the chamber can develop to go and to proceed in this direction?
Yeah, I think that you play a key role because you can act as a gatekeeper. So the gatekeeper is just to link in different, which is not just geographical area, but also sometimes also cultural. So the gatekeeper means that you can create. You can identify, select, evaluate the key actors that can put in this table. And also a sort of orchestrator. So the orchestrator means that you have to, try to boost this sort of cooperation, but also in order with a particular focus. For example, energy. In this way, you are relevant and prominent because with no facilitator, with no gatekeeper, any relationship can enhance and can exist. So in this way, I think that we can select together some sort of, for example, of tenders, of calls at a European level, and then can create the partnership, including Cyprus, but also maybe also other countries in the Mediterranean. I think the cooperation is a good way to strengthen all the pros of our respective nation and countries. So the Chamber of Commerce is, for me, at least, is a gatekeeper, an orchestrator of this ecosystem.
Thank you. Absolutely, we try to play our role. We are try to do our best to play this role. I can say that from the beginning we started this journey. And our activities and we create more and more attention, and we did more and more action to pursue this direction. Absolutely, thanks for the kind words. And this also the smart talk, Daniela. The smart talk is also a part of the activity of the actions of the chamber, because the Smart Talk is not just a webinar. This is really important for me when someone asked me, what is the Smart Talk of the Chamber? It's not just a webinar with a relevant.
It's a window of opportunities. Okay.
Yes, but is a part. Yes, is a part of our programming with that with the specific focus on the development of specific sectors and activity. So, for example, now we discussed today about energy, about cooperation among Mediterranean islands. We will have in a couple of weeks an event in Sicily regarding also the cooperation, the Mediterranean cooperation. So this is, of course, is is a part of our institutional communication strategy. Is a way where we play our role with the aim to put together the public bodies, university, enterprises, private. So this is with the aim to further develop and promote the cooperation between the two countries. So it was a really important and useful the smart talk with you today. Thanks again for your contribution, and I hope to see you soon in person in one of the next events and also meeting of the board. Thank you very much again.
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.